Something fundamental is just broken in the way companies are trying to reach their customers. That old megaphone approach, just shouting at everyone, is getting completely tuned out. A much smarter, more dynamic model is taking its place. Today, we're going to break down this huge shift from static shouting to dynamic listening and what it actually means for your business.
So let me just ask you straight up. Does it feel like your tried and true playbooks just aren't cutting it anymore? Are those campaigns that you used to count on just falling flat?
If you're sitting there nodding your head right now, trust me, you are in very good company. This is a massive challenge for sales and marketing teams literally everywhere, because the rules of the game have totally changed under our feet.
But here's the thing, and this is really important. The problem isn't that you're not working hard enough. It's the playbook itself. The strategies that were the gold standard just a couple of years ago, well, now they're becoming obsolete fast.
All right, so let's dive in and really diagnose this thing. Why exactly are these old school methods that we all trusted for so long failing us right now? And this right here, this really gets to the heart of it. On the left, you've got the old way, mass messaging. It's generic, it's all about the seller, and the reply rates are just abysmal. I mean, think about it. We're all wired to just ignore that stuff, right? The goal is to get over to the right side, creating meaningful, personalized connections that are all about the buyer. That's how you earn a response.
Let's just be blunt about it. Mass messaging, buying lists, sending out thousands of generic, cold emails, it's over. Buyers are absolutely drowning in a sea of noise, and they've gotten really, really good at tuning out anything that isn't immediately and directly relevant to them.
So that's the problem. And this leads us right to the solution, making the jump from a static to a dynamic world. And believe me, this isn't just a small tweak. We're talking about a complete overhaul of your strategy. So, static prospecting, that's the old way of doing things. You build a list based on fixed things like a job title or what industry they're in, and then you just assume they're interested. The biggest problem here is simple. You're just guessing. A VP of sales title doesn't automatically mean they're in the market to buy your tool right now. It's a total shot in the dark. But now, check this out. Dynamic prospecting. This is where you stop guessing and you start listening. You're identifying interest based on what people are actually doing online in real time. The posts they're liking, the articles they're commenting on, you know who's interested because they're basically raising their hand and telling you. And this isn't just about prospecting, by the way. This same shift is happening across the entire customer journey. We're moving away from that rigid, one-size-fits-all funnel on the left. Instead, we're embracing what you see on the right, the influence map. It's a model that understands that customer journeys are, messy and all over the place, just like real life. So if we're moving from guessing to listening, what are we supposed to be listening for? Well, the answer is signals. This is like the secret sauce for this whole new dynamic model. So what are these social signals? Think of them like digital breadcrumbs that people leave behind. It's someone liking a post about a new trend in your industry, or them commenting on an article from one of your competitors. Maybe they share a post talking about a specific pain point that your product just happens to solve. Every one of these actions is a huge clue that they are active and engaged in your world. Okay, so what actually happens when you start paying attention to these signals? Well, the results are pretty dramatic. We're talking 2 to 3 times higher reply rates than you'd get with traditional cold outreach. Just think about that for a second. That's the difference between your message going straight to the trash and it actually starting a real conversation. And to put a finer point on it, a 25% reply rate is pretty typical when you're using a signal-based strategy. Now, if you've ever worked in sales or marketing, you know that number is almost unheard of. It's a total game changer. It completely changes the math on building your pipeline. And look, this isn't just about getting a thanks for the message reply. This is about driving real business results. We're seeing teams that use this dynamic approach booking over 20 meetings a week for each employee. That's how you fill a pipeline with people who are already warmed up and engaged. All right, so the theory is solid, the results speak for themselves. But you're probably wondering, how in the world do you actually do this without spending all day on LinkedIn? Well, that's where a new toolkit, powered by AI, comes into play. Let's walk through a super practical example, the network effect playbook. It's a really simple 4-step process. First, you monitor the posts from your competitors or the big influencers in your space. Second,
you pinpoint the people who are engaging with that content over and over again. Third, you filter that list down to the people who match your ideal customer profile. And finally, and this is the key, you reach out, not with a sales pitch, but with a relevant message that provides value first. And this is what that message actually looks like in the wild. See? It's not, hey, want to buy my product? It's, hey, I see you're interested in this topic. I actually put together a resource that might help you with it. It's helpful, it's not salesy, and it offers real value right away, which makes it incredibly hard to ignore.
Now, of course, doing this for more than just 1 or 2 people requires some tech. This whole system is powered by a new kind of tech stack. You've got tools like Trigify that monitor all these social signals for you in real time. Then, platforms like Clay that use AI to help you personalize your outreach at scale. And of course, generative AI to help you quickly create that valuable content you're going to share. And I really want to drive this point home. This is not some niche B2B sales hack. This fundamental shift towards super relevant, AI-powered engagement is happening absolutely everywhere. We're seeing it in e-commerce, and we're even seeing it in places like education, where this kind of personalization is quickly becoming the key to success.
Okay, let's wrap this up and bring it all together. What does all of this mean for you? It means there's a whole new set of rules for engagement, a brand new playbook for how to grow in this new dynamic world.
So here are the new rules of the game. Number 1, stop guessing and start listening to signals. Number 2, always lead with value before you even think about pitching your product. 3, personalize every single interaction based on what people are doing right now, not on some static profile from 6 months ago. 4, use AI to help you do all of this at scale. And finally, number 5, change your goal from just getting reach to building real, genuine influence.
And all of this really boils down to one final crucial question you have to ask yourself. When you look at what you and your team are doing every day, is your strategy still built on the old model of just guessing? Or are you ready to start building it on the new model of actually listening? Because your answer to that question is going to define your success from this point forward.